And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. Open space in the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The lone back's got it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense. Play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Orji. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
a 3rd and long coming up here. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules? Feeling some heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short. But when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down. And now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that looks a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. he's able to go get the first, let's get a fresh set of down.
And that pass picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Shadow of the goalpost looming, 1st and 10 from their own 1, just looking for breathing room. The give to the tailback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Milrow. He makes the connection. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost to pick up a 1st down at the 23.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Uncorks one. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions. And then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown time! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to throw. It's Orji. Trying to get to it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's just a bad job by the offense picking up the blitz on a third down. You should be expecting that. And running backs and tight ends and linemen got to know. We've got to give our quarterback an opportunity to make this throw. They couldn't get it done. Now they're facing fourth down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is lit. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. They're lining up to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Morris. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And
trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the 3rd sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
Looking to scramble. He'll get rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback.
Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and Keenan Memorial Stadium, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. And basketball may be in the blood, but football is certainly in the soul. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Hampton. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Criswell. Extending the play. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Looking down the middle. It's caught. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Tar Heels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to throw, it's Criswell. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
The offense has found some room on this drive, but the defense trying to stand tall on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The snap sets up to throw. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
The run from the shotgun. Finds a crease at the 20. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun to give, looking for room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean,
Pass on the way. It's picked off.
well, look, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Looking downfield, it's Criswell. Using the quick game. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Let's go. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires to the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
They're scrambling to get to the line quickly for this big 4th down attempt. They'll try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
He's got an open man. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Alabama quickly back to the line. They go to the ground. Dances away again. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks. And a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. He could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his hip.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll immediately call timeout. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find the man.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They're bringing heat. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll run the sneak for it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll give it to the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. Bringing it out. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Off play action on first down. Pulls it in. It's Bernard. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Alabama pushing the tempo. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. This offense is aggressive on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking downfield, it's Criswell. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Steps away. Firing to the right, complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He tries to take the top off. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass, using his legs to buy some time. Fires downfield. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Back to throw, it's Criswell. Looking for the score. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Trying to find his man on first down. Now adjusting. Here's a throw downfield late. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Looking for a man. It's Criswell. He wants it all. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Complete to the right. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
That's got to be, you got to get off the field, but you can't. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. To the air, it's Milroe. Gets it out fast. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Pushes ahead. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.